You've been power walking your heart out, pumping your arms, pushing the pace, getting your steps in, and that menopausal belly has not budged. So let me tell you something that's going to feel backwards. You're probably walking too fast. Yes, too fast. So here's surprise number one. In the study I'm going to show you in a minute, the women who walked slower lost more belly fat than the women who walked fast. And surprise number two, that stubborn fat around your middle is not just sitting there. After menopause, it starts behaving like a third ovary, a little hormone factory. And toxic stress is exactly what tells it to hoard more. So if you've been grinding away and getting nowhere, I need you to stop and hear this. The answer is not to push harder. It never was. Let me show you what actually flips the switch on fat burning. Because once you see it, you will walk completely differently. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Gayla Gorman, a licensed acupuncturist, naturopath, and author of What's Your Kryptonite. On this channel, I'm here to help you reverse the effects of chronic stress so that you can cruise through midlife and beyond symptom-free. Now, before we get into the fix, I have a free resource to help you start lowering your stress load right away. Just comment the word guide below or go to drgayla.com/links and I'll send it right over. You can also scan the QR code on the screen. So here's the piece nobody explained to you. When it comes to burning fat, your body does not care how hard you worked. It cares how much you moved in total. Researchers actually have a word for it. They call it the impulse, the total energy you expend. And the impulse is mostly about how long you move, not how fast. Now, think about what we have all been told. Go harder, push your heart rate up, feel the burn. For a midlife woman, that advice can be exactly wrong. Because when you go to war with your body, when you punish it, you spike cortisol, your stress hormone. And cortisol does one very specific thing. It tells your body to store fat around your middle and hold on tight. So the harder you grind, the louder you're telling that belly fat to stay. And there's a reason to listen. After menopause, your visceral fat, the deep fat around your organs, is not just padding. It becomes hormonally active tissue. It starts producing hormones, almost like a third ovary stepping in after your ovaries wind down. So now you have a hormone producing belly that answers to your stress hormones. You can see the trap, right? Stress feeds the fat, and the fat feeds the hormonal mess. This is not a willpower problem. This is a stress problem. One reason belly fat becomes harder to lose after 50 is that your body may be carrying a much heavier stress load than you think. After menopause, lower estrogen, less muscle mass, poor sleep, and high cortisol can all make it easier for fat to collect around the middle. That's why pushing harder with intense workouts is not always the answer, especially if you already feel exhausted or depleted. I made another video that I titled Lose Belly Fat Fast After 50. I explain how stress, sleep, protein, gentle movement, and smarter exercise can help your body start letting go of menopausal belly fat. I'll put the link in the description below so you can watch that next. Be sure to subscribe too, because I share simple ways to reduce toxic stress and feel better through midlife and beyond. So let me show you the study, because this is the part that changes how you walk. It's titled Effects of Walking Speed on Total and Regional Body Fat in Healthy Postmenopausal Women. It's published in the journal Nutrients in 2022. Here's what they did. They took sedentary postmenopausal women just like many of you and split them into two walking groups. One group walked at a faster pace, the other group walked slower. Both groups covered the same distance, so the slower group simply spent more time walking to get there. Then the researchers tracked their body fat over 15 weeks, and a smaller group kept going to 30 weeks. So here's the result that stops you in your tracks, honestly. The slow walkers steadily lost body fat, around 4% by week 15 and about 7.5% by week 30. The fast walkers, they actually gained a little body fat at first and didn't lose any until they'd been at it for a full 30 weeks. Same distance, the only real difference was that the slow group spent longer doing it. The researchers concluded, in their own words, that visceral fat responds to the magnitude of energy expenditure and not the walking speed. Longer and gentler beat shorter and harder. So let me make this practical and I'll tell you what I do myself. I work at a treadmill desk. I'll walk 5 miles a day easily at about 2 miles an hour, an easy conversational pace while I'm working. That's an hour or more of steady fat burning that doesn't feel like exercise at all and never spikes my stress. That's the whole point. It's not about destroying yourself for 20 minutes. It's about moving gently for longer in a way you can actually sustain. A long, easy walk after dinner, or pacing while you're on a call, a treadmill desk if you regularly sit to work. That's what burns the belly fat, and it does it without ever sounding the stress alarm. So I want to be very clear and responsible because I don't want you to take the wrong lesson from this. I'm not telling you intensity is bad or that you should never push through. Strength and challenge have their place, especially for your bones and muscles in midlife. What I'm telling you is this: if you're exhausted, running on empty, and you respond by punishing yourself with brutal workouts, you may be pouring gasoline on the very stress fire that's holding your belly fat in place. Listen to your body. If movement leaves you more depleted instead of more energized, that's information. And if you're carrying a lot of visceral fat, if your waist has changed quickly, or you have other symptoms piling up, please get properly evaluated. Stubborn central weight gain in midlife can be tied to thyroid, insulin, and hormone issues that may require lab tests to really identify the problem. Become your own primary care person here, informed and in charge, and bring in the right help when you need it. This is about working with your body, not declaring war on it. If you want to understand the hidden stressors and toxic triggers that keep your hormones and belly fat stuck, grab a copy of my book, What's Your Kryptonite? It walks you through what is really keeping your body from letting go of the weight. And make sure to subscribe for more practical root cause help. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you been pushing harder and getting nowhere? Or have you noticed that the gentler you are with yourself, the better your body responds? Share it below. I read those comments to understand what you need most. And if your best efforts to live a healthy lifestyle and do all the things you've been led to think are supposed to work aren't getting the job done, you may even be feeling like you take 2 steps forward and 3 back. I have more resources to help you navigate midlife. Just go to drgala.com/links and watch my next video, where I show you how to manage the toxic stress that's sabotaging your efforts. You can eliminate the symptoms that seem to be piling up in midlife naturally, without medication, crazy diets, intense exercise, or any other unsustainable lifestyle hack.